How we doing, everybody? Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer. Welcome into PNC Studios here at Haddle for Week 16. It's a big matchup. Bears against the Buffalo Bills, top team in the AFC, according to most experts, and we can't argue with them. But weather's going to be a factor. It's going to be Winter Storm Elliott moving through Chicago, leaving a pretty significant wind on Saturday at 1 o'clock, projected to be upwards of 50-mile-an-hour gusts and a consistent wind of 20 to 35 miles an hour. Tom, it's going to be a playground.
It's only appropriate. You look at the monsoon, the season began at Soldier Field against the San Francisco 49ers, and then what could be blizzard-like conditions because of the gusting wind and the snow that's going to fall. Buffalo has already experienced a blizzard, and the Bears had consecutive rainstorms to open the season. So it's just another part of outdoor football.
Right. It will be a major key to the game, though, how teams respond to it. Obviously, Buffalo is all used to it for years. But the quarterbacks are the big story once again. Josh Allen, an outstanding quarterback, a rugged quarterback who can run those RPOs as well as anybody in the league, and a great cachet of weapons against Justin Fields. And this season, Buffalo has faced only really one running quarterback. Lamar Jackson got 73 yards. Longest run was 18 overall. 42 carries, 188 yards, and a 4.76 yard average allowed by that defense.
You know, both of these quarterbacks run RPOs, and they run them both effectively. But the thing that has concern for me when I look at the quarterback position is the fact of what they do on third down when there's coverage appropriately applied in the defensive backfield and then a little bit of pressure. Because if you're out of position, both of these quarterbacks can make you pay significantly. So it's RPOs, yeah, that's a part of offense, but it's what they do on the ad-lib running ability.
How's Justin going to deal with this defense, Tommy? Because the defensive line is outstanding. 8 guys up front. Every one of them has a sack. They've broken up 16 passes by putting their hands up in the air. They've hit the quarterback a bunch, and they think they've combined for 27 sacks. Gregory Rousseau is their sack leader without Von Miller as an outside linebacker. And then the other big guy is the inside pass rusher, and Ed Oliver, a unique athlete.
You mentioned they've only faced one running quarterback so far this season, and that was Lamar Jackson. They haven't faced a running quarterback this season like Justin Fields. So when I think of Leslie Frazier, the former Chicago Bear, who's their defensive coordinator, I think of more concerns for him. How do we make sure we have the right personnel in place? We're not going to have a designated spy because that spy's not fast enough to catch him.
They've been doing it, though.
But again, I like that matchup.
Yeah.
If I'm a betting guy, I like the fact that I don't think there's a spy there that can react with a certain amount of distance to Justin, catch up, and make a play. So I think there's concerns on the Buffalo defensive side of the ball as much as there is for the Bears.
As of this taping, we don't know who's going to be available to Justin in the receiving department. It'd be great if Chase Claypool, N'Keal Harry can come back, Equanimeous St. Brown. So will that change your approach, no matter who's playing?
Not really, because I think when you have Byron Pringle, you have Velus Jones Jr., you have the continuous development of Cole Kmet, you still have weapons that you can take advantage of downfield. And then, you know, given whoever would return to the lineup, and then Dave Montgomery. Here's a guy that is talented as a receiver as he is a willing type of a runner. So I like everything that's offered, and maybe the return of Khalil Herbert.
He's coming back. Hopefully he's cleared to play. That hip injury put him on the sidelines. Was having a great year, Tom.
Yeah, and hopefully the field conditions are as great as they were last week. Down at Soldier Field, they've been having a clean surface. You don't know what the weather conditions how it'll affect the playing surface. However, if you do have those winds gusting up to what you're talking about, you're going to talk about a 2-3-headed monster, and each of their running games are going to be needed.
Both quarterbacks have strong arms. Josh Allen can make every throw.
Yeah.
Justin can make every throw, even in the wind. They have tight spirals that can cut through a gust of wind, so you got to time it up right, I guess. But what are we looking at with the receivers for Buffalo? You're going to have to cover for a while. Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Isaiah McKenzie. They've got a lot of different weapons. Dawson Knox, the tight end. Singletary out of the backfield. Nyheim Hines out of the backfield.
You know, the thing about Josh Allen, he's 6'5" at least, so he can see over all the offense and defensive line, and he understands coverage, and he can see where his best aiming point is going to come to. And he's got the arm talent to be able to throw it to whomever he convinced is open. And sometimes they're not exactly open. He's willing to give them that chance. And then if you got your back turned towards the line of scrimmage, Josh Allen will make you pay by running the ball, similar to what Justin can do. So I think it's an exciting, battle that we're talking about the offenses in the quarterback position, but the defenses are going to play an enormous role in this game.
What did you think of the blitzing by the Bears, and will they stick to that? Can you do that against Josh Allen? Because the pressure numbers with him, he struggles a little bit with it.
I like the blitzing, but I want to be less predictable. The one blitz when they brought Jaquan Brisker from deep in the defensive backfield in a single safety, there was a lot of time for the quarterback to be alert. I think some of the edge blitzes between Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker and the linebackers and such, I think they did a great job. And I think if you can get an offense that's a little bit off balance because they're concerned about pressure, maybe you speed up the decisions, you make them a little bit more deficient.
Tom, our good pal Doug Coletti, our Director of Research and Statistics on WBBM, says fourth down, the most important play in football. I think it'll be in this situation as well. Special teams will be challenged by the win. The kicking, the catching, every aspect of it. I think there's going to be some chess match work going on here with these kickers.
It is. It will be interesting. If you're going to be at the game, get there early. Pay attention to the flight of the ball when you have the kickers and the punters warming up out there. Because when you have uncertainty about the catch point of any punt or kickoff, man, sometimes maybe you let them bounce in the end zone and, get the ball.
Could be some skimmers on the ground. Could be line drive kicks.
Right.
Put a guy back there under the goalpost and pull a Nathan Vash or Devin Hester and take one back 108, 109 yards. That's also possible. All right, let's dig into your offensive player to watch in this one.
My offensive player to watch is going to be the offensive line. And
you stole it from me.
I did. Well, you give up 6 sacks. You have early penalties in the first series of the game. I think these guys are going to rebound and have a strong effort, because if they can provide pass protection, whether it's gusty or not, Justin is going to be able to get the ball out of his hands into the receiver. But it's going to be about protecting Justin and being able to keep him on his feet. And what Buffalo saw, what Philly presented the Bears offensive line, you're going to see more of it.
Well, I'm going to go with Justin. I mean, I've been going with Cole Kmet for I don't know how many weeks in a row, so I'm going to switch it up and go with number one. This is a challenge. This is a challenge because it's not just the Buffalo Bills, it's also the weather in the unique situation that we're going to be exposed to in this particular matchup, and it's going to be this way as long as he's a Chicago Bear. You never know what you're going to get in September, let alone December and January, how he responds to it. Will it be a scrum match? Will that offensive line get it on their shoulders and clear the way for Justin to just keep those balls a lot of times on those read options and get what you can? How about on defense?
Nicholas Morrow. I want to see him have 2 games that like he had in the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he ended up with 11 tackles or something. He had to play with a variety of linebackers after the injury to Jack Sanborn. I think Adams and Thomas came in and did a really respectable job, but a bulk of the work was done by Nicholas Morrow, sideline to sideline. He's got a lot of responsibilities against this offense.
All right, I'm going to go at the secondary position overall because another great challenge. They responded well. I know. A.J. Brown had a great game. So did Devontae Smith against Philadelphia. But overall, they made plays on the football, and they took the ball away. And if there's one problem for Josh Allen is he doesn't value the ball all the time. He does throw interceptions. They do put the ball on the ground. So feed off the enthusiasm of getting 3 takeaways for the second time this year and keep on coming. Make hits on the football. That's what Matt Eberflus preaches. All right, so we got a great matchup. Buffalo Bills, always great to see the best, right? We got the Eagles last week, Bills this week, and it should be fun at Soldier Field. Hey, make it a Christmas party, all right? Make it a Christmas party. Come on out, battle the elements. We're Chicago, man. Chicago tough. And Chicago weather.
Remember, Saturday game. Don't be late.
I won't be late. That's Tom Thayer. I'm Jeff Joniak. Our broadcast begins at 9, kickoff at noon. Enjoy it on Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.